Hey everybody, I'm back. Um, I took a little bit of a break from making vlogs because I've been busy with work with my mom, and so I don't have a lot of time to be making these, but I have time now. Um, when I get off of work, I just go back home and go on the computer and browse YouTube, Google stuff, or I'm watching TV, watching my favorite programs. But sometimes I like to go out to places, mostly the malls, because the malls usually have arcades, and that's where I like to play a DDR. And if you ask, yes, I'm a pretty good player. I'm not an expert, though my friends and my family think I am. It's whatever. Um, there were a few arcades that I usually went to. Starting with one in Sunrise Mall in Massapequa. They had a little hole in the wall arcade for like a year and a half. Um, not that much in the department of games, but they still had DDR there, which was nice. Unfortunately, that closed 2 months ago, and when they're renovating the mall. So I don't know if they're bringing it back or they're just gonna throw it away and replace it with an Arby's. Uh, and that's just the beginning of the problem that I've been seeing is that arcades that I always go to have been closing down. And I'm upset because usually that's where I go when I'm out of school or out of work or I have a lot of free time on my hands, and now it's getting to the point where I've got no place to go. Um well, I'm at that Sunrise Mall arcade. There's also this big arcade called Sports Plus in Lake Grove. And I mean, this was a huge arcade. But not only was it an arcade, it also had a bowling alley where I usually practiced with the school for fun. They had an ice skating rink, they had a restaurant, a rock climbing wall, an indoor roller coaster, bumper cars. It had a lot of stuff. That shut down at the end of June because apparently it wasn't getting enough business. And though I can understand why, because they're charging you $1 for 3 tokens, and most of their games there were 4, which doesn't make sense at all. I mean, the only place that I've been to that rips you off more is Six Flags Great Adventure. They give you 2 tokens for $1, but most of their games are 1 or 2 tokens anyway, so it makes sense. So really, my only saving grace is the arcade behind FYE at the South Shore Mall in Bayshore. I mean, this was probably my most favorite. Not only did it had the DDR Extreme, DDR Supernova in the Groove too, but it also had like Beat Mania, Marvel vs. Capcom, Cruis'n USA, even Skee Ball. It had a pool table too, and that's what most of the people were going there to do, would play pool. And I mean, this place is awesome. It was always getting business near the end of the day, and I thought this is gonna be a place where I can go hang out for a while, and I could do this for a long time. So I went to that mall on a Friday to spend some of my money on some of the games. The FYE is closed, and I don't mean closed for the day. I mean closed for good. And because it partly owned the arcade closed too. So now I'm shit out of luck. There are no more good arcades in my neighborhood or my general area. And I'm afraid I really don't have anything else to do but sit home. Because I mean, I do want to do stuff, but when all the places that I like are closing down, there's like nothing left to do. And if I want to play DDR, there's really only 3 places in the same town, but each one have a con to it. I mean, there's a Fun Zone, but that place is crappy, and they have a really old dancing game, and the pads don't work. There's Dave & Buster's in Farmingdale, and the arcade itself isn't bad. I mean, it's huge. I mean, apart from regular arcade games, they got games of chance, virtual horse racing, bowling alley itself, hibachi grills, pool, billiard hall, everything. Except I'm not 21, and you have to be 21 or older to go into the Dave & Buster's, which sucks. And finally, there's Adventureland, which is a small amusement park, which it has its own big arcade. It has a good assortment of games. The last time I went, but some of the games don't work, and I'm not gonna pay $30 to get into the park itself just so I can spend $5 or $10 more on video games, arcade games, not video games. Video games I can play at home, and I probably have to. And since there's really no more options, I might as well buy arcade games that are on that they made available for the PS2 and play them there. So the age of the arcade is starting to die, especially around here on Long Island, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So, oh well, and it sucks. That's all I can say. So, hope you enjoyed it. Got some more to come when I'm not busy. But, hope you like them and expect some more. So, I'm out of here. Peace.